Hi everyone, Janie here. Thanks for stopping by today. I truly appreciate you all so much. Today I have a project that I really hope you like, and if you do, it would mean so much to me if you would give this a thumbs up and share it. And also, I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if you do, I hope you click on that little bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you all so much, and now let's get started. Hi everyone! Today I am going to be making a card using some goodies that I got for my birthday, as well as using some things that I've had around for years and never used. And in the process, I'm hoping to give you some card making inspiration. So let's get started. For my birthday, my friend Patricia from Paper Temptress sent me some of her new cardstock that she has in her shop, and it's called A Cut Above, and it is 111-pound cardstock, but I want to tell you that this is probably twice as thick as my 110-pound cardstock, so there's definitely a difference. But this is just gorgeous cardstock. It has a subtle texture to it that I absolutely love. And she sent me a variety of colors to try out. And, you know, they're not showing up true to color on my camera because I'm looking at my screen right now. And for example, what looks orange right here is a beautiful pink coral. So, you know, I don't know. And this is a deep purple. And I'm really sorry that they're not showing up true to color, but I'll have a link below in the description box so that you can see them, you know, in her shop, and they will be true to color there. But I am looking forward to playing with my birthday presents, including this, and I'm actually going to be using these two colors right here that I really wish you could see. This is a beautiful green. It is not what you're seeing, and like I said, this is a beautiful coral, not what you're seeing, but we're going to be using that. And I'm going to be using the stamp and die set that I got for my birthday from my friend Tasha. And it is just a really cute cactus themed stamp and die set. And I love stamp and die sets, so I don't have to fussy cut anything out. So we are going to be using that. And then I have some other stuff that I didn't get for my birthday. So the first thing I'm going to do is a little inking with my Stormy Sky Distress ink. And I'm just going to be inking up this piece of cardstock just on the top half of it. And, you know, I'm not looking for perfection. It's going to be the sky. And, well, you know, skies have, I don't know, I want to say texture. And texture isn't quite the word, but they're just not a complete solid, you know, thing. So I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, just take my word for it that skies are not perfect, and I am not looking for perfection here. I just want to add a little blue to create some sort of a sky look here. And I'm going to tell you right now that ink blending is not my thing. So I'm just going to do the best that I can, and we are going to pretend that when I'm done that it's perfect, okay? Sorry to say, if you were looking for an ink blending tutorial, this was not it. And if you struggle with doing this, just know you are not alone. Okay, so now I'm going to start creating the sand for this. And I'm going to do that just by tearing this, just like this, just kind of tearing. Okay, and look at that. Okay, love it, love it, love it. Looks like I could have put a little bit more sky on here. Maybe we'll have to use this piece. Oh yes, much better, but I want that edge. So you see that edge right there? I want that. In fact, I'm going to be inking that. So let me get this out. And I'm using frayed burlap, one of my favorites. And I am just going to go along the edge and ink it. Now, it already had, you know, another color because of the core, and that would have been perfect, but I don't know. I just wanted to add a little ink to it. And so for this one, I am going to do just a little bit of tearing here. Let's see here. Not much though, because I don't want to make it too small because it still has to cover the sky. Let's see here. Oh, come on, tear for me. There we go. Let me see. Let me see. Yep, I think that's going to work. And you know what? Maybe I will leave that one uninked and leave this one inked. Or maybe I'll just ink both. Okay. You know what? I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here, you know, putting this together as we go along, which is something you guys actually rarely see me do because, you know, I try my best to have a little plan in mind when doing this. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put that there, and actually, I want a little bit more. So, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit more tearing here. Just a little bit more. And I'll put that down there. And then I'll put that over that. Okay, so here we go. Ink up this edge a little bit. And I am ready to start gluing things on. So I really love Coordination's cardstock. I actually don't know how easy it is to find nowadays, to be honest with you. I've had it for years and years and years, and as most of you know, this year my goal is to use things that I have had in my stash for a long time that I either haven't used for a while or that, by the way, don't worry about this. I got to trim this down because it's still a little too big, but I'm putting it all together first. But anyways, that I'm trying to use things that I have that I either haven't used in a long time or that I haven't used ever. And so that's what I'm doing here. And also, as you notice, I am not gluing all the way to the top. I want to leave some loose in case I want to tuck something behind it somewhere along the way here. So let's see, I think I'll put that about right there. And now I'll put this on. So this is the sand because the desert is full of sand besides cactuses. And how do I know this? Because I was raised in the desert of California. The high desert, but still the desert all in all. Okay, now that I've got that on there, I'm going to go trim this down just a little bit so that I can have a border when I put this on the card. Okay, I got that trimmed down, and then I inked all of the edges so that I don't have any white edges showing. And I forgot to tell you about the cardstock that I used to make the sand. It is by Coordinations, and it is their craft core, which means that the core of it is like craft cardstock. So let me try to show you one here. So there you go. So it's black on one side, for example, and then the craft cardstock on the other side. And it comes in a bunch of colors in here. And it's great for tearing and distressing, and so that's why I used it. I just thought it would be perfect for creating the sand. Okay, now it's time to do some stamping and heat embossing, and I'm using this beautiful green cardstock from Paper Temptress and the stamp set that I got from Tasha, which happens to be by Jilly Bean Soup. And so let me see, get this lined up on here. So we have a cactus there, and I'm going to be doing that one twice, so I need to leave room for that. And let me grab the other one here. Okay, so I'll put this one right over here, like so. And get that on there. And I am not going to forget to use my little powder tool so that the embossing powder doesn't stick everywhere. And I'll be using the Distress Embossing ink. And by the way, I'm going to be using this Distress embossing powder. So this is peeled paint. So that's what I'll be using. And let's just get these all inked up with the embossing ink. And I absolutely love using my Misty, because if I don't get this good enough the first time, I can do it again. Okay, let me lift that up, take a look at it. I think I'm going to do it one more time just to be on the safe side. Better safe than sorry. Okay, let's do this one more time. And then I'll put on the embossing powder. I actually had to remove the seal from this because I've never used this, and I have probably had this for like 7 or 8 years. So guess what? I'm getting to use something I have never used before. And so we'll just sprinkle it on here. Get it all over those cactus. We'll see how this embossing powder works. Well, I like the way it looks. So there you go. And I'll just dump this right back in there. And I'll go grab my heat gun. Okay, well, what I learned is that it does not turn shiny or glossy like a lot of embossing powders, and it has a nice rough texture. So I guess that's why it's called Distress embossing powder. But let's do a couple more. Okay, there we go. Put that embossing powder on and just repeat the process. I also heat embossed this little flower right there onto this really pretty cardstock that, oh, look at, there we go. Now you can see them. And the reason it's so hard to see them is because this embossing powder turned out to be a much better match for that cardstock than I expected. Okay, so now it's time to go do some die cutting, and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, these die cut so beautifully, and I just love the thickness of this cardstock. It makes these die cuts so sturdy. And I also did a little coloring with my colored pencils on here, just, to give a little shading. And if you're wondering why I did the die cutting and the colored pencils off camera, it's because all you would have seen was the back of my head. And now I'm going to be stamping and heat embossing Looks Like You're Stuck With Me, which I thought was just super cute for this. And I guess I better get this out just to be on the safe side. Okay. And here we go. And I'm going to be doing that with black embossing powder. So let's just get that on there. And actually I'm using my fingers this time because these magnets are just sticking up way too high, and I wasn't sure the pressure tool would work, but maybe it would. Maybe it would have been better to do that. Let me do this again, just to be on the safe side. And you know what? Just let me get that. Let's try that. Okay. There we go. And add some black embossing powder. Let's see if I got it. Oh yeah, I think I did. Let me add just a little bit more. I'm hoping that it's not because there wasn't enough of the ink on there. Oh good. Oh, good. We got it. That is going to look beautiful. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, it's time to start putting this card together, and I didn't show the heat embossing process of this on camera because I figured you'd already seen enough heat embossing for the day. So here is my card, and I'm just going to put this right on the front just like that. And I'll be using my Beacon 3-in-1 as always. And this is just really a quick and simple card to do, and I just wanted to give you a little inspiration, especially if you needed something, you know, for a guy, because I'm actually going to be giving this to my husband. And, you know, sometimes masculine cards are difficult to do. You can't dress them up with a bunch of flowers and lace and gems and pearls and all of that fun stuff. So I don't know, I just find them difficult to do personally. But, you know, I just thought maybe you'd like a little inspiration. Yeah, in some ways I think this might be a little, you know, simple, and a lot of you are going, where's the fun techniques? And you know what? There really wasn't any special techniques to this, you know? Just having fun and using things that I haven't used in a long time or never used, and also using some really cool stuff that I got for my birthday. And I am so glad Patricia sent me this cardstock because I love it. I love the thickness of it. It is just absolutely perfect for embellishments and things like this. I mean, seriously, it is just so sturdy. I love it. Love, love, love it. And so thank you so much, Patricia, for that. And thank you, Tasha, for this really awesome stamp and die set and all the other goodies that you sent my way, because I appreciate them all. So let's see if I can tuck this one in here. This is kind of why I left those loose, so that I can tuck these things in, because I kind of like that look, you know. Let me see, is it right where I want it? Yep, I think I want it right there. No, maybe I want it over a little more. Do you guys ever have that problem, you know, trying to decide exactly where you want the placement of something? But I think that's right where I want it. And then we've got this cute little flower. I'll put a little glue on the back of that. I thought of doing it dimensional, but you know what? I think that works for me. What do you think? I think it's cool. Looks like you're stuck with me. And when I finish the inside of the card, because I'm actually not done with the inside, I have to decide everything that I'm going to stamp in it. But one of the things it will be is I'm happy to be stuck with you, which is what that says right there. And I'll probably put my other die cut on the inside. And you know what? If I get the inside done before I'm done editing the video, I'll show you a picture of it. But there you go. A nice, quick, and easy card, and I love it. And I hope it gives you some inspiration. Well, I had fun playing with new things and things I hadn't used in a while. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I put a link below in the description box to Paper Temptress so you can check out that awesome cardstock that I used. Thank you all for stopping by, and happy crafting. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and also Crafters Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.